Motivational Monday. It is me, Emma, on Bloody Bits Fitness. And again, if you see me looking different ways, I've just got two phones up there so I can talk to you on a couple of different platforms. So just sort of bear with me if it looks weird. I have to say, it's funny doing this. I've got my TikTok on over here and I've got my Instagram over here. On my Instagram, it's really nice, vibrant colours, and on my TikTok, it's not so much. I don't know what's going on. I'm about to do the hoop and chat, so I hope you are ready. I give you an abundance of information when I'm talking to you, but rather than standing like this, I find it easier to be doing the hooping as well. So that's why I'm sort of multitasking, all right? So are you ready? If you want to know what I'm using, I use a Power Hoop Deluxe. These are super, super good. I've been using these for a really long time, well over 10 years, and they've never let me down. So I'm always happy to recommend things that I use myself. So if you want to know anything more about this, just send me a message or stick it in the comments and I'll let you know. Okay, so I'm going to step into my hoop. Do up my imaginary zip so my core muscles are woken up and I'm protecting my pelvic floor. Put my hoop onto my low back, my right leg in front, turn it and go. I'm just going to teach you guys, I don't know what's happened to the weather. It's just started absolutely pouring here. Absolutely pouring. It was sunny a minute ago. I suppose it's April though, isn't it? April showers. Anyway, can you see how I'm doing this? I'm just gently pushing my hips forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. So I'm literally just hooping. Fantastic for my core muscles. Fantastic for upping my daily movement even. Really good for me for massaging out my digestive system. And very, very good for helping people regulate their waist to hip ratio. So it's a really good thing to be doing. And I just find it easier than staring into the camera. So just had our weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. My husband and I nipped up to Norfolk. So I think it's about 131 miles-ish. Off we went. Only about 24 hours away. The weather was gorgeous. I actually got a tiny little bit sunburn, even though I got factor 50. I wear factor 50 on my face the whole time. Anyway, you know, you just do like, had my bath and I was laying there and I thought, God, my face is really burning. So you know, like you'd put your phone on to have a, or you might not, maybe you look in the mirror, but I couldn't be bothered to get up. So I put my phone on to have a look and I thought, Insta, you alright? You still with me? Sorry, someone rang me. I hate it when that happens. I must put my phone on call divert. So I can't take selfies basically, but I did this picture. I thought, oh, don't look too bad. I'll take that. I don't know if you do that. I know that sounds quite vain, but I cannot do selfies. But I was literally just seeing if I sunburned. Anyway, I posted some of my pictures up on my socials just as like a weekend check-in. You know, people like seeing what you're doing. I was like, oh, we've gone to Norfolk. Put some pictures of my husband on the beach. Someone told me I had a very good looking husband. I was like, thank you. Anyway, some woman's commented on my picture. Botox cheeks and lips with a load of laughing faces. And I'm like, yeah, all right, love, calm down. So I was like, okay, fair enough. I said, my cheeks are all my own. Botox, God, I'd need a bucket full of it to stop my expression of face. As you can see, I am an open book. And my lips, I said, yeah, I did actually have a little bit of collagen filler in there, actually. But no face shaming here. I'm a completely open book. I talk about all these things. It is a bit funny. I am a little bit of a contradiction. I don't even take headache tablets, and yet I do stick Botox in my face. But hey ho, you know, that's my choice. That's what I do. But I just thought about it, and I don't know about you. I find it fascinating the things that people will comment. Why be horrible? You know, she wasn't saying anything nice. She was trying to shame me, and I just thought, oh. Isn't it a shame that people feel the need to put other people down? And I guess this brings me to where I'm going with this conversation. So I've just finished teaching my first online class this morning. I was teaching Power Half an Hour. Love that class. Really makes you feel really strong. Really, really good. And while I was doing the relaxation and the stretch, I was telling the girls their top tip for today was to eat more good fats. And we were talking about good fats and we were talking about lowering cholesterol levels. And I was trying to explain that women need much more good fats to sort of fuel and feed their brain, as well as our hormones. And as well, if your cholesterol needs to lower, if you eat more good fats, there's two different types of cholesterol, by the way. But so if you get the good cholesterol, they actually grab hold of the bad cholesterol and take it out of your body. So it's really, really good. Anyway, we were just talking about that. Now, they don't pay for that information. They just pay and do their class. But I want to uplift and make people feel fabulous. rather than going through posts and being mean to people. Does that make sense? I don't get it. I don't understand why people want to... I'm more of a... I want to uplift people and make them feel good, which is why I love my job. It fascinates me. I guess we're all different, aren't we? If we're all the same, it wouldn't be too much fun. And I guess at least if she was being mean to me, she wasn't being mean to someone else. So I suppose that's good. Did you know that about good fats? So I'm 53 and I grew up in the very much low fat era. You know, it was really, oh, eat low fat, fat's bad, eat low fat. And it is quite hard to change the way you think when you've grown up thinking a certain way. So I wonder if any of you are struggling. But then think about it, how much things like dementia and Alzheimer's are on the rise. And then you look at the age group and how much those people were all doing like low fat. And basically, unless something is naturally low in fat, it's just full of chemicals. So I just wonder that link, if you think about it. Anyway, that was just my musing for today, for Monday. So basically, just take away from this, move more, do some hoop, go out and get some fresh air, drink some water, and eat lots more good fats. And we're sorted, basically. Well, we're going towards being sorted. Okay, I'm going to stop hooping and go the other way. That was about 5 minutes. Coming back to this, it's absolutely essential you hoop both ways. Can't just hoop one side, even though one side is a lot easier, because we've all got a dominant side. You want to work on your imbalances in your body. If you're only hooping one side, you'd end up bent over like a banana. And of course, your imbalances would be worse. When you're hooping like this, it's great, because what it helps to do, I guess it's a bit of proprioception as well, isn't it? A bit of brain training, because I'm waving my arms around, I'm talking to you and I'm hooping, I'm doing a few things at once, which I guess is brain training, it's good. But it also is going to help strengthen my weaker side, rather than my dominant side always just taking over. So that's something else to think about as well. And I enjoy hooping. I kind of like it. I could do this for hours. When you first start though, try and only stick to about 2 minutes each side every other day, and that's a maximum, because otherwise you get really hoop sore and it just feels awful. So try and remember that, it's really important. Don't do too much too soon, because you'll just get sore and then it'll put you off wanting to do it. I think that's another thing. It's like people's personalities who are all or nothing. Some of us are like, yeah, I want to fully immerse myself, I'm going to throw myself in deep, I'm going to do every class with you, Emma, I'm going to eat really well, and they're there, and they're the biggest fans, and they love you, and then the people disappear, and you never see them again. And you're like, oh, what happened? It's all or nothing. So you kind of need to work on more consistency, that's all. So some of you will notice from my posts, I encourage you to just do something. Just try and get into those healthier habits that you can maintain. When you see people doing like these like quick shreds or lose weight quick and all that, it doesn't work. Sometimes it works short term for a little while, but it's about long term and maintaining, isn't it? You know, it's like me. The amount of times I get people saying, oh, come on Emma, let's see before and after pictures, and I'm like, yeah, but this is just me. You know, sometimes a bit more bloated than others, sometimes a little bit more toned than others, but I'm basically more or less the same because I am consistent, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, could be a bit better. I could probably be quite a bit leaner as well, but I'm just sort of a normal woman, really. I've got a terrible sweet tooth, which does definitely get the better of me, which I'm trying very, very hard. I've made a decision today to just stop, because it just makes me ill. I actually get physically sick, which is ridiculous, especially when I know I've done it to myself. I'm just kind of a normal woman who's done a shitload of research over many, many, many years of being a personal trainer and instructor and a woman myself, and I'm learning all the time. Like my diet now, today, at 53 is so different from what it was at 43, because I've learned and I've evolved and I've changed it, and then I've consistently kept learning and consistently trying to fuel my body well. So other than my little fall downs when I stuffed my face, like yesterday with a bag of mini eggs, I mean, I don't know why I did it. I felt so sick to the point I stood up afterwards and I actually felt dizzy where I'd poisoned myself with mini eggs. You could say, well, Emma, why didn't you just eat 4? Listen, once I've opened that bag, there's no, I'm only eating 4. I wish that I had. So do you know what? I have to acknowledge my personality. You know what I was saying about the people who feel it's okay to come on and be mean to people? And then the all or nothing. I don't have the all or nothing mentality with most things in my life, but I do when it comes to chocolate. I don't have that like cut-off point. I can just keep going. It's really bad. So if I'm honest, it's a bit like alcohol. How many times have you heard people say, oh, once they start drinking, that's it, and it's better if they just don't start in the first place, because once you've had one, you're like, oh, do you know what, I've had one now, I might as well have another one. It's very, very similar. Just because, people can be alcoholics, you can be a chocoholic as well. And to be honest, I think I probably am. So I am better, for me, just to not go there in the first place. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, because it's all very easy when you see people on the internet and they make out they're perfect, and you're like, oh God, and it can make you feel quite inadequate, I think. I'm not perfect at all, but I do try my best most of the time, and I will encourage you to. Right, let's stop that. That's enough for today. As you can see, I talk a lot. But if you manage to listen, you'll find I do give you quite a lot of information as well. And if I resonate with you and you think, oh, I like her, she talks a lot of sense, please like this, follow me, share my post, and maybe after a while you get to know me and you think, yeah, that's my girl, and you'd like to come and train with me. That would be fantastic. But other than that, just like, share and follow, and thank you, and have a fantastic day. And I really hope that rain stops. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys, see ya, Insta crew.